Hello children, so this is grade 7, March 2024, first semester examination, paper 1. You know from grade 7 onwards, you have paper 1 and paper 2 that we had it. So then this time onwards, you are going to experience the new the set of the new structure of the papers and the new set of the examination rules and everything. We'll see that how it works from this semester exam onwards. But so far, how we had two papers, and so then the paper 1, we want to write the answers on the paper itself. So then we will move through without wasting time. We will move through the paper. So then the first thing you want to read the instructions, as I have told you so in the class also, that you want to read the instructions first. So then you fill the blanks here that you have either 7A, 7B, your name, admission number, and the date you are doing the exam. So then you have three parts in this paper, part A, B, and C. So you want to write answer or all the answers in the paper on this paper itself. So then you have to manage the spaces they have given. So I will tell you how to manage the spaces while showing all of your workings, because some students think that to manage the space, that the best way to skip the steps. No, so we don't want to skip the steps. Instead, we want to learn how we are going to manage the space while showing all the necessary steps. Right, so we will move to the first question. The first question you want to simplify. So then the simplification in the sense that when you're simplifying something, we know you're making it smaller. To make something smaller, you want to divide. Now you want to think of a number where you can divide both the numbers in this ratio, 2 and 6. So then it is 2. So then if I divide this by 2, right, I divide this by 2. So then I get the answer 1, 2, 3. So that's the simplest version. I can't simplify this further. Therefore, I keep this as the answer. So then I will go to the question number 2. Question number 2, you want to find the value 10 squared. So first of all, you want to write what do you mean by 10 squared? 10 multiplied by 10, then the answer is 100. You just see that how I'm using the equation mark and that they should be in one line. So then ultimately that your paper answer sheet should be neat. Why that you are getting 5 marks for the handwriting? Is it something that you are writing kind of the circular handwriting and then the kind of the small, the well-written handwriting? No. So these 5 marks, so not only the handwriting, so then it is for the neatness. How you have used the spaces, how you have managed the spaces, how you have presented your answers. So everything will be counted to give these 5 marks. So then we will move to the next one, that we want to get the rough estimate of 2600, square root of 2600. Now, so then here we do have that we know when you take the 2500, right? If you take 2500, so what will be the square root value? It is 50. We know that. So these things we should know, right? If you take the square root of 3600, what it is 60, right? It is 60. So then whatever the value they are asking, 2600, it is in between this. Exactly, we know 2500 square root is 50 and 3600 is 60. So then the 2600 square root of 2600, it is in between 50 and 60. So therefore, we write that approximately, because this is not the exact value, 50 point something, right? We don't know what it is, that is 50 point something, right? Because the 50 into 50, 2500, it is a well-known thing. So when you take the square root of 2600, it can be 50.8, 50.9, because 51 into 51, it's 2601, right? Therefore, this should be 50 point something, right? So then the next one that we want to simplify, how we are going to simplify this. So then first you can add them, right? In that case, what you can do, you go to the right side corner, you write 3.2 and 4.2 like this, and you add them. And when you're writing them vertically, very important to write the decimal points like this, right? And you keep the digits at the correct decimal place. 2 plus 2, it is 4. 4 plus 3, it is 7. 7.4. From this, you deduct 1.2. Okay. So then 4 minus 2, it is 2. 7 minus 1, it is 6. So then this is the answer. Here you can write, if need, you can show that this is 7.4. Okay. And here you can write 7.4 minus 1.2. Then the answer is 6.2. Right? And the next one, you want to find the value. Before finding the value, first of all, you want to know that earlier we found this. 10 squared means 10 multiplied by 10, that is 100. Okay. So then what I do, I will rewrite this 6.09 multiplied by 100. When you multiply a decimal number by 100, you know what happened. So you are moving to the right side 2 steps. Here it is 100. We have 2 zeros. Therefore, we are moving 2 steps to the right side. And always when I'm explaining this sum or this kind of sum that I'm telling you, so the decimal man is not moving anywhere, right? So then mathematically, it is not the way we want to present it. So then when we are multiplying by 10, 100,000, the place value of the digits are changing. So that is what actually happens. But for easy reference that we are telling it like this, when we are multiplying 10, 100 or 1000 according to the number of zeros, the decimal man is moving to the right side. When we are dividing a decimal number by 10, 100 and 1000 according to the number of zeros, the decimal man is moving to the left side. So that is what we are telling for easy reference. But the correct mathematical concept is a little bit different. When we are multiplying 10, 100 and 1000, the place value of the digits are changing, right? So then here you want to move 2 steps. So then this becomes 609.0. So then finally we can write here. So then that is equal to 609. And some students, they ask that the teacher, do we really need to show that 609.0 and without that, can't we just write 609? Yes, you can. But when you're showing 609.0, that shows that this decimal movement, what happened when you are multiplying. So then you conclude the final answer as 609 because no point of keeping 0 at the end with the decimal point. So then it's better. Always you want to show, you want to present that you do everything with that having the knowledge in your mind. So you are not just doing all these things like parrots. You know the concept. So you want to show that in the exam. So that is why I'm asking you to show all these steps. So then the next one, 2a. So then the 2 times a is equal to 1. A is equal to 1 divided by 2. Okay. 1 ice chalk is 230. Find the price of 3 such ice chalks. So then it is, you multiply 1 ice chalk, it is 230. And that we are going to buy 3 ice chalks, then we are going to find the value. So then you write everything here. Go to the right side corner, 230, you multiply by 3. 3 times 0, 3 times 3, 9, 3 times 2, 6. Then here we write 690. Right? Sorry, 690. And then you want to find the 30% off. 30% off. First you write it like this. 30% of 2 meters. Okay. Then I write this as a fraction. 30% of means multiplication. So then the 2 meters. So then what I do, I write the same thing 30 over 100 multiplied by 200 centimeters, because we want to write the answer in centimeter. If you read the question carefully, that you want to write the answer in centimeters. If you want to write the answer in centimeter, it's easier for us to convert the 2 meters into centimeters from the beginning. So then, as well as it is easier for us to simplify the sum. So then 100 times 1 and 100 times 2, 2 times 30, it is 60 centimeters, right? 60 centimeters, 30% of 2 meters. 2 meters means 200. 100 times 1 and 100 times 2. 2 into 30, it is 60 centimeters. Okay. So then we will move to the next sum. So give the colored part as a percentage. First of all, before moving to the percentage, you want to write the colored part as a fraction, right? So how many boxes we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So out of 10, how many boxes they have colored? 3 boxes. And you multiply this by 100. So then the 0 and 0 you can cancel. So then the answer is 30%, right? So it is 30%. So then we have 10 boxes. Out of 10 boxes, 3 were shaded. So that means out of 100, 30 should be shaded. So 30%. And the next question, you want to correct to 2 decimal places. So then when you're correcting a particular number to 2 decimal places, the first thing, you want to identify the second decimal place. And I underline the second decimal place like this. So this is the second decimal place. Okay. After underlining the second decimal place, I'm looking at the next number. So when you look at the next number, it is 8. When you look at the next number, if it is 5 or more than 5, we need to add 1. To where we need to add 1? To the underlying number, right? That here, that after 5, I have 8. It is a number more than 5. Therefore, I want to add 1. 1 to where? To underlying number 5. Therefore, this becomes that 43.76. And inside the bracket, I write 2dp. Sometimes you might think that I don't want to write 2dp because in the question itself, they have mentioned it. But after correcting a particular number, maybe to 2 decimal places, 1 decimal place, 2 significant figures, 1 significant figures, whatever it is that you want to write it like this, 2dp, right? 43.76. And when you look at the next number, that the 9 is the underlying one, the second decimal place digit. And when you look at the next number 9, definitely that it is more than 5 and you want to add 1. So where you need to add 1? To the underlying number 9. When you add 1, that it becomes 10. That we write on the 0, and that 1 you add to 8. So then how we are going to write it? 7.90 and 2dp. Here I want to mention something. That 7.90 and 7.9 both are same. Actually, that we don't want to write that 0 at the end, and we can just write 7.9 without writing 7.90. But here I wrote it as 7.90 because that they have asked me to correct it to 2 decimal places. Then if it is 2 decimal places, I want to show 2 decimal places in my answer, even though the second decimal place is with 0, right? So then if let's say that if they have mentioned to correct it to first decimal place, yes, I can just keep it as 7.9. And inside the bracket, I just write 1dp. But here they have asked me to correct it to 2 decimal places. Even though the second decimal place with 0, I just show it because that I'm correcting the particular number to the 2 decimal places, right? So then I want to remove the bracket. I'm just showing it, but you know the theory behind this. We have the number and the bracket. In between the bracket and the number, 6 multiplied by 6x minus 1. This is the real meaning of this. The multiplication sign is not visible. So then we know that each and every component inside the bracket we multiply by outside number, that is 6. So then how we are going to do that? 6 times 6x. So then here you can straight away write 36x, and then 6 times -1, then you write it as -6. Okay, 6 times 6, 36x, 6 times -1, it is -6. Okay, so then the next one, that here we have that there is a printing error, that it should be 2x. I will rewrite this 2x over 3 divided by 4 over 1, right? I just wrote that the whole number they have given as a fraction, it's 4 over 1. So then the next step, I convert 2x over 3 multiply by 1 over 4, multiply by 1 over 4, right? So then when you have 2x, what does that mean? 2 times x. And this 2, you can cancel with 2 times 1 and 2 times 2. So then you can write 1 times x, x times 1, x. And 3 times 2, 6, like this. Okay, so then simply that is 2 times x over 3 multiplied by 1 over 4. Then 2 times 1 and 2 times 2. Then I have x over 6. This is what I did without expanding, right? So then we will move to the next one. Write as a single number in index form. Now you have c to the power a and c to the power b. That you have the same base value. When you have the same base value, what you do, you add the indices here, that you can just write a plus b like this. You can't get the final answer for the index because you don't know the value of a and b. So you just write the c, the base value, and then as it is a multiplication, you want to add the indices a plus b. And here you want to find the area. So this is a very simple question, that the area is equal to length into width, right? Length into width. And here what I do, children, I write, so then this is length and this is width. I just mark them. Sometimes you might think that why we need to do all these things, it takes time. But when you are doing all these things, that the person who is checking your answer script, maybe your maths teacher or another teacher, that he or she might get kind of a pleasant feeling that child has done everything neatly and that he has done everything mindfully and he knows the math concept. So then that is what you want to do. That is how you are going to present your answer. That kind of feeling should get when the teacher is marking your paper. So then here I write that the 20 centimeters into, see that how I'm using the units also. So then that becomes 200 centimeter squared, right? 200 centimeters squared. So now you just go through the answer script. So then how I have shown, right? So then the first you want to fill these details and then you want to do it one by one. And when you want to have the workings, you can do them nicely in the right side and you can use the space here like this. So then we are done with the part A. Then we want to do part B and part C. But as the video is getting longer, I will discuss the part B and part C in the next video. So then this is the end of part 1. So part 1 in the sense video part 1. But still we are in the paper 1 part A, right? So then from the next video onwards that we are going to discuss the part B and C. So then following that we are going to discuss the paper 2 also. So please keep in touch. So then we will meet again with the next video.